Morning. This is September the 18th, Monday 2023, and we are in BBA first semester, section B, compulsory English class, where we started reading the research paper yesterday, and Mr. Rupani is explaining, and I'll also be collaborating with him. So let's begin. Mr. Rupani, you might get recorded on the video, your face might appear. Is it okay if I publish?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go on. Let's listen to Rupani. Please pay attention, okay? It's a difficult topic, and we are trying our best to make you understand. You will understand if you pay attention. Go on.
Good morning, everyone. Today we will be moving further with the research paper. Yesterday we were studying about the title, the authors of the paper, where this was published, and the different components of a research paper. We studied about abstract, keywords, gel classifications, introduction, body, different research methods, discussion, conclusion. We studied all the components yesterday. Today we'll be starting with the introduction one more time, but in detail this time. So I am going to summarize each paragraph with one sentence.
Okay.
For better understanding, you should read the paragraph first. Then I'll be giving a short summary of the paragraph.
Let's expect that they have gone through the text and move ahead.
Okay, sir. So the para 1 suggests that women entrepreneurs navigate a complex cultural landscape where gender roles and societal expectations impact their ventures' success.
I'll write. Women entrepreneurs. Say the sentence.
Women entrepreneurs navigate a complex cultural landscape where gender roles and societal expectation impact their ventures or businesses' success.
Okay, just to say it briefly, culture, gender, society has impact on business. See the point. Culture, gender, society has an impact on women's business. That's the point.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's move ahead. So you note down what we are saying. We are making notes for you, and you note down. What did we say? Culture, gender, society has an impact on business, women's business. Let's go on. He will explain, and I will try to write for you, and you can note down.
Now we move to the second paragraph, which starts from according to the Global Entrepreneurship Monitor and goes till till here. It ends here.
Yeah, a long paragraph.
Yeah. What this is trying to say is, despite women entrepreneurs driving economic growth and societal progress, their cultural experiences and challenges are still understudied.
Okay, so what is the point? Women's cultural experiences and challenges are not properly studied. Am I right?
Yes, sir. That's it.
So the second paragraph says women's cultural experiences and challenges they face, that is not properly studied. Now, do you know what we call this kind of language? The second. Now ask a question. What is the second paragraph doing? This is what the paragraph is saying. Paragraph says women's cultural experiences and challenges are not properly studied. This is what the paragraph says. The second important thing you should know is, what is the paragraph doing? So let me answer. The paragraph is pointing a gap in the existing knowledge about women's entrepreneurship. The paragraph is pointing an existing gap in the knowledge about women's entrepreneurship and culture by saying that the relation between entrepreneurship and culture is understudied, right? See the word understudied, and learn in future when you write papers for research yourself in 7th, 8th semester, use words like this, understudied. women's cultural experiences and cultural challenges are understudied. This is called identifying the research gap. This is called identifying the knowledge gap. This is called identifying the research gap or knowledge gap. Gap means something we don't know. What does gap mean? Something we do not know. And that is causing a problem. So what do we know? We do not know women's cultural experiences. We do not know women's cultural challenges. Move ahead.
Okay.
Move ahead.
Okay. Third paragraph. Women's entrepreneurship is shaped by a complex and dynamic environment between cultural values, societal expectations, and specific business environments.
Look, three things influence what? Women's, what did you say?
Women's entrepreneurship.
Okay. Women's entrepreneurship is affected by cultural values, societal expectations, and business
Environment.
This is called a claim. The writer makes a
Claim.
Go on.
Para 3
Go
is a
on.
claim. Okay.
Go on.
Okay. Keep on. Let's keep on again. Okay, para 4. Para 4 says that cultural factors, gender egalitarianism, and this ecosystem.
Okay, cultural factors,
Gender.
egalitarianism. Gender egalitarianism means treating male, female as equal. Treating male egalitarianism means equality. Go on.
And this ecosystem influences differences in women's entrepreneurship.
Okay, what influences women's entrepreneurship? Two answers.
Cultural factors and gender.
Cultural factors and gender egalitarianism. So, gender equality is right equality. Two things affect women's entrepreneurship. Cultural factors and gender equality. Yes.
It also influences their success or failure across societies.
Okay, move ahead.
Okay.
You know, what I want you to learn, dear students, and you also, presenter, the biggest challenge you have, I have, we have, at the university is reading something and being able to extract its essence. This is, you read a long paragraph, and can you rewrite that long paragraph in 2 words, 3 words? That's what you need to learn. I repeat, the challenge we have is in English subject or any subject. You read a very difficult long paragraph, let's say half-page paragraph. That half-page paragraph has one idea. One idea. And the challenge for you is, can you rewrite that one idea in the brief possible word, in 1 word, 2 word, 3 word, right? Yes, go on.
Okay. It also influences and creates under-researched challenges and opportunities.
Okay, go on, go on.
Okay. Para 5, sir.
Paragraph
5.
5. So we have finished the paragraph, right?
Yeah.
We finished the paragraph. And I guess we wrote 2-3 ideas, right?
Yes, sir. Cultural factors,
now look,
gender.
Look, we are not a good readers because we wrote 3 ideas, right? Now our job will be merging those 3 and making it one. Because understand, any paragraph, particularly in research writing, I am dead sure will present about 1 idea. If a paragraph presents 2 ideas, that's a badly written paragraph. Bringing 2 ideas in a paragraph is like allotting 1 bed to 2 couple. My example is rough, I know, but I know it's funny. It's impossible. You can't allot same room to 2 couples, right? 1 couple, 1 room. 1 sheath, 1 knife. 1 sheath is cover where you put the knife.
Yes, sir.
1 knife, 1 para, 1 idea. 1 para,
1 idea.
you can never put 2 ideas in 1 paragraph. Let's go on.
Okay, sir. So, para 5. While cultural challenges remain understudied, Research
Look, it
highlights.
begins with a question, right?
Yeah.
Why?
While, sir,
Huh?
while.
Okay, while. Okay. Go on. I thought it's a question.
While cultural challenges remain, research highlights positive aspects like work-life balances, work-life balance strategies, complementary skills, increasing acceptance of female leadership, suggesting potential cultural shifts towards greater acceptance and success for women entrepreneurs. Basically,
Now, what is the main idea?
that women are balancing the work life and family life.
Okay, let me
easily.
write. It's the main idea. Women are balancing work life
And family life.
and
Family life.
family life. Yeah, very true. And this is a difficult balance. And women have more pressure because they have to satisfy the employer as a worker and you have to satisfy the husband as a wife at home. Right? Yes, go on. So the main idea is women are trying their best to balance work life and family life. Whereas men don't have to balance family life. They have only work life, right? Give money and they look after. Women look after home. Yes, go on.
So in the para 6, it is relating to a special issue or special article from the Small Business of Economics. It's saying that this special issue of small business economics explores the complex relationship between women's entrepreneurship, cultural contexts, and societal expectations. And because of that, that is how they are dividing this research paper.
You are
into three
talking about
different
paragraph 6, right?
things. Yes, sir.
Let me tell you one more thing. Research. R-E-S-E-A-R-C-H, search.
Research.
So one meaning of research is searching again.
Yep.
So what you are saying here, in this paragraph, you are referring a source, right?
Yes, sir.
Read it again slowly.
The special issue of small business economics.
Okay. You are talking about small
Business economics.
business economics. So this is a source. This is a source being referred to, right? And is the writer quoting something from there? Are they quoting or just summarizing their idea? Where is okay? Okay, show them. This is small business. Look here. Small Business Economics and Entrepreneurship Journal. This is a journal, right? So what I want to teach you, I said research is research, right? So somebody has already searched there and you are referring to that idea. Listen to me carefully. Research is valued because you read what other people have written and you bring their idea to support your point. Right? So what is the main idea in this paragraph if you have
They are just saying that from the special issue of small business economics, they are able to sort different papers that fit within the overarching theme of women's entrepreneurship and culture. And that is how they have come up with the three themes I talked about in the abstract.
Okay, so they are arguing that the content of this book, because this research paper introduces a book, I guess, right?
No, it's a research paper, article. It's published
But in my section where I downloaded, I can see that, okay, it's article, but I thought it was a book. Okay, so they're talking about this paper, this source, and they're saying that the theme they got from this source, right?
No. Sir, they sought papers from that journal which fit within the overarching theme, means the theme they were focusing on right now, women entrepreneurship and its culture. They got the themes by bringing papers from that journal.
Okay.
So they took papers from that journal.
So this theme
Three themes, sir.
is borrowed from that journal. What journal?
SBE. Small
S
B
B
E.
E, Small Business
Economics Entrepreneurship Journal.
This is called acknowledging your sources. Just imagine what would happen if they had not given this source. We could accuse them about plagiarism. We could say, look, these four authors, their idea is not their original idea. They stole the idea from this paper, we could say. Look, so what do you learn? Even if your idea is borrowed from somebody else, honestly acknowledge that your theme of women's entrepreneurship has been borrowed from this source. So when you acknowledge your sources, you show academic honesty and academic integrity. This is ethics. And if you do not acknowledge, you will be accused of stealing. That is called plagiarism. Simply put, what is plagiarism? Not telling where your knowledge comes from and pretending that it is coming from your mind. Whereas we can find out it's not coming from your mind. It is coming from another source. Move on.
So now it gives us 3 themes. So when you write the themes.
No, just tell the class what this picture is about. No. Look, can you see a good research paper?
As data.
A good research paper not only has verbal component, it also has graphic and visual component. So what do you learn? A paper is written with words, right? You can see words here, right? But do you see the words are presented in most artistic way? What is that? That's a visual. That's a
Visual.
What do you learn about research? Good research writing combines the verbal and visual. Combines the verbal and visual, because visual makes it easy to understand. Visual makes it easy to
catch.
look. You can see the photo, you easily understand. If it was not displayed here, and if you read out, you will forget. So do you realize when we see, we understand better, right? Go on.
So this is the theme, first theme. This is the second
Wait a
theme.
minute. When you explain such item, first focus on the figure because it tells what it is about. So framework for women's entrepreneurship and culture. This is the theme.
So
this graphic, this visual presents a framework, model for women's entrepreneurship and culture. Now, can you summarize this in one sentence or main idea? What is it trying to say?
So
We can easily see the 3 components: societal, cultural dimensions, gender role and expectations, and entrepreneur. So we have 3 elements, right? So can you summarize it?
So it is basically showing us the different types of components that lies inside the themes. For example, this is gender role, expectation and identities. So it is talking about the stereotyping going around female.
Let's begin from here. Talk about this
This is the
first.
first theme, sir. In the middle is the first theme.
Okay.
So it is showing, talking about how women are stereotyped that they cannot be working in the business world. Their risk-taking behaviors, the gender identity women have, the family issues they have, the perceptions we have been that has been created in our minds for women entrepreneurs, the society rules that have been existing, the gender role theories, traditional gender norms because of which women are facing discrimination. So different points have just been mentioned here.
So listening to you, I understand that these are the factors discouraging women to do business, right?
Yes.
For example, stereotype. Women are shy, people think. And they say, तिमी त लजाउँछौ अनि तिमीले कसरी यो चाहिँ यो family planning को कुरा बेच्छौ त? I gave an example. कसैलाई contraceptive बेच्नु पर्ला, right? Family planning. अब फिमेलले बेच्नु पर्यो भने त लाज हुन सक्छ नि त. How can I sell condoms पनि हुन सक्छ नि त? Let be open, right? Stereotype. Because tradition thing is women are shy, but women are not shy. It's wrong to think women are shy. So, class, understand, these are the factors discouraging women from business, right? Like here, look here. Family embeddedness. You have a family and if your customer makes a phone call, बेलुका हस्बेन्ड कसको फोन आयो तिमीलाई कोसँग बोलेको in Nepali culture, right? Particularly, right? Go on. Explain.
Yes, sir. So here we were talking about the gender role expectations. Now in the second theme we move about how society comes and plays a role in giving trouble to women entrepreneurs. Like uncertainty avoidance, as you said, egalitarianism means equality. So it is trying to now, earlier society did not consider women and men equal. Now it's slowly trying to consider, so it also has positive factors. Human orientation, assertiveness, in-group collectivism, future orientation. So it basically revolves around the how society plays a role here. Last would be the entrepreneurial environment. So earlier we studied that there are gender role expectations, society, and entrepreneurial environment. In like second paragraph.
When you present, your audience is not the teacher, your audience is the class, right? So look at them and make them understand. If they feel they are not getting, then it is injustice, right? Go on.
Earlier in para 4 we studied that cultural factors, gender egalitarianism, and in para 3 we studied that business environment. So all these three factors, they play different role in affecting women entrepreneurs. Exactly what we have studied here: the gender role expectations, the societal cultural dimensions, and the entrepreneurial environment. So these are basically different factors which just show how women have been facing difficulties while working in the business world. Now we'll be moving on with the body. Body is basically the main content.
Now we finished introduction, right?
Yes, sir.
So before we move on to body, can we spend 2 minute time recapturing what the introduction presented to us so that they get? So can you recap, try recapping, what did the introduction do?
Okay.
It presented the topic, right?
As I present the topic.
It presented the gap,
Research gap.
research gap,
Then
right?
gave a
It said
claim.
something is understudied.
Then gave
right?
a claim.
Yeah, it made a claim, right? And then it presented a visual, right? With 3 factors, this one,
Yes.
this one, right? And made an argument. What encourages business, what discourages.
It also gave acknowledgement.
It gave,
Acknowledgement.
okay, it acknowledged sources, okay. Anything else?
Showed us factors done. which
There is
were
something
done.
I want to ask you, Rupani. I won't tell you, but I want to ask you. There is something called thesis statement. Are you aware
Yes, sir.
what it is?
So the central idea?
Okay.
I think so.
Now, people argue that in a research paper, thesis statement is presented in introduction. And you said that we have done introduction, we are moving discussion. So, is there any spot where you feel like there is a thesis of the paper?
So the central idea?
Yes. Any sentence which you think is the central idea of the paper or the central claim of the paper? Okay, keep thinking. Let's move ahead. Keep thinking. When you come for presentation tomorrow, you will tell the class where is the thesis in this paper.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I'm making it difficult. I know it's difficult, but you can do that.
Okay, sir.
Thesis is like the heart of the person. Look, my heart lies here, right in the center of the body. And this heart controls my head. It controls all the vital organs. So the heart pumps blood throughout the body. Thesis pumps ideas throughout the paper. Thesis pumps idea throughout the paper. Nothing goes against the heart. If any part goes against the heart, I will die. Nothing goes against thesis. Nothing goes against thesis. If you begin by saying women's entrepreneurship and its relation to culture is understudied, in 20 pages you will show why this is understudied and how this is understudied. Go on.
Okay. So now we'll be starting with the body. The body.
Okay, let me
consists
note
of-
here. So we are moving to body now, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This
How
would
do you
be-
know this is body section?
So because we have completed the title, the published date and all, the abstract, the keywords, introduction. Now before the discussion conclusion, obviously the body will come.
Okay.
There's a proper format. As you
So
mentioned.
my question was, as a reader, you are reading a paper for the first time, or second time, third time, 10th time. How do you sense that now I'm entering the body section?
Because we were told about the theme, the problems and everything, we were just informed the gist of the research paper. Now we are diving deep by starting with the theme.
Okay, now discussion starts. Now details up here.
Details start, sir.
So when details come, you know you are in the discussion section now. Yes.
Okay. So first we'll be starting with the first theme, gender role expectations and identities. The first.
Now as a student, look, this is a good paper because it has titles,
Yes, sir.
section titles, but please be sure, not all papers are so friendly.
We have to make
Many papers don't have any title and you have to figure out what they're about. When a paper has section titles, it's very easy to read. You ignore this paragraph, you read this and move ahead, you know what it's about. But if this topic was not given, you have to find out what the topic is, right? So a good research paper uses headings and subheadings so that readers can easily get the information. Yes, go on.
So the first para is trying to say women face leadership challenges due to stereotypes, expectations with female leadership, often
Okay,
viewed
women face leadership
challenges.
challenge. Why?
Stereotypes.
Because of what?
Stereotypes.
Okay, stereotype.
Different leadership expectations,
Leadership expectation.
and it is viewed as less favorable.
Can you look at the sentence? Look here. Women often experience bias stemming from expectations of female leadership styles and perceptions of how they lead in practice.
Exactly.
Oakley 2000, Prime et al. 2008. Do you realize? Let me tell you.
That's a person's name.
म अब रिसाउनु बेला भएको छ है म क्लासमा नेपाली बोलेँ भने थाहा पाउने म रिसाएँ भन्ने म क्लासमा नेपाली इङ्ग्लिसमा पढाउँदै नेपाली बोलेँ भने थाहा पाउने म रिसाएँ किन मलाई अङ्ग्रेजीमा गाली गर्न आउँदैन मैले अङ्ग्रेजी सिकेको बिबिसी सुनेर बिबिसीमा गाली गर्दैनन् मैले अङ्ग्रेजी सिकेको किताब पढ्यो किताबमा गाली हुँदैन म अमेरिका गार सिकाए भए गाली आउँथ्यो कि गाली गर्न जान्दैन गाली गर्न मन लाग्छ नेपाली बोल्न लाग्छ आई कान्ट स्कोल्ड इन इङ्ग्लिस राइट म किन रिसाएँ उसले बिचरा कत्रो एफोर्ट गरिरहेछ पढिरहेछ निधाएको छैन म यहाँ बुझाइरहेको छु तपाईँ चाहिँ झिँगा जस्तो गुन्नु 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 गरिराख्नु त्यहाँ बोलिरहनु भएको छ डोन्ट डु हामी के खोजिरहेछौँ हामी पनि सिन्सियरली काम गरिरहेछौँ तपाईँ सिन्सियरली सुन्नुहोस् नबुझी हात उठाउनुहोस् सोध्नुहोस् तर तपाईँले हामीले गरेको कुरा इग्नोर गर्नुभयो भने आई हेट यु म अन क्यामेरा बोलेँ मलाई मान्छेले खराब भन्लान् आई हेट यु पे अटेन्सन टु टिचर पे अटेन्सन टु प्रेजेन्टर इफ यु डोन्ट पे अटेन्सन यु वोन्ट गेट थिङ्स ओके नरिसाउनु ल सरले गाली गर्नुहुन्छ नि त सरले गाली कसले गाली गर्छ त नरिसाउने सो आई वाज टेलिङ यु आई विस वी कुड राइट हियर के आई वाज टेलिङ यु नर्मली नट अलवेज the first sentence presents main idea. Normally not always. So I will say this is the main idea. And in a research paper, you can say you can replace idea as claim. So you can say this is the claim of the paragraph. What is the claim? You see, claim is women experience bias that arises from expectations of female leadership styles and perceptions of how they lead in practice. This is the claim they are making. But this idea is not theirs. They got this idea from a book written by Oakley and Prime et al. This idea has been borrowed from one book written by Oakley in 2000 and from and also another book by Prime plus other authors in 2008. So this one idea has been borrowed from two sources. How many sources? Two. And when you acknowledge like this, you are acknowledging. This is called in-text citation. Let me write here. In-text citation. What do we call it?
In-text citation.
Say it loudly.
In-text citation.
Say.
In-text citation.
I said say it. In-text citation. Say it. So cite means to point where idea is coming from. To cite means to point where you borrowed it, where you got it from. So in text, this is the text. This is the text. Your idea is located here. You are borrowing this idea. So write where your idea is located. Instantly over there indicate this citation. If you wrote this information here, this will create confusion. You should cite your text. Right where your idea is presented. Are you getting my point? Your idea is here. So you cannot put this citation here. Okay? This will create confusion. भन्नु खोजेको के हो तपाईले बरो गरेको आइडिया पेपरमा जहाँ छ ठ्याक्कै साइट गर्नुस् यो कहाँ लिएको भनेर and by citing this way you are avoiding plagiarism. Plagiarism. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
What is plagiarism?
Copying others' text.
Being accused of stealing others' ideas and presenting them as if they were your ideas. Yes, move ahead. Move ahead. So the idea of this paragraph is, let me write here.
So there's more.
The idea is women's entrepreneurship.
No, sir. Women face
Okay, women face
leadership challenges
leadership challenges.
due to stereotypes.
Okay, stunning stereotype. That's all. That's all. Move ahead. You can ignore details.
No,
You can
sir.
move next
No, sir,
paragraph.
there's it's also saying that.
Pay attention to details if they're important. If you think they're not important, ignore details and move ahead.
So it was saying that it is also viewed as less favorable because it ends up creating barriers for women's entry and success in the business world.
Women are viewed to be
Less favorable
less capable.
in the business world.
Their next name is Abala. A word indicating women is Abala. One doesn't have bal. नारी तेरी यही कहानी जितना आंचल में आंसू उतना आंखों में पानी. नारी तेरी यही कहानी जितना आंचल में आंसू उतना आंखों. I forgot the line exactly. I read somewhere. Stereotype. Women are portrayed to be soft, emotional, crying, easily break down. That's not true. That's not true. Move on next paragraph. Next paragraph. Extract main idea, ignore detail and move ahead.
So the paragraph starts from here till I'll just yeah till
Okay. Okay.
para again.
Okay. Which paragraph number? If there is a number.
Para 2.
Paragraph?
Para 2.
2. Okay. Okay. Go on. Paragraph 2.
Women face obstacles in entrepreneurship due
Okay.
to
Women face obstacles in entrepreneurship.
due to unconscious biases which are associated with that associate leadership with men and feminine traits with lower growth ventures. They adapt by developing diverse leadership identities, strong relationships.
Okay. Let me make very brief. Women face obstacles because there is a leadership bias. What leadership bias? People believe that only men can be leaders. Women cannot be
leaders.
Do you remember the Prime Minister of Netherlands or Switzerland
New Zealand, ma'am.
who went to Parliament with her baby breastfeeding?
Sir, I think New
Her
Zealand.
photo appeared in journals, media. She was in the Parliament, Prime Minister. She was breastfeeding the baby.
Sir, I think
What's her name? Female Prime Minister.
It's New Zealand, I think, sir.
Yeah, New Zealand. I don't know. It's very famous Prime Minister. A woman as a leader. And if you see around the world, women, Indira Gandhi in India, Markela Angel something Germany, German Chancellor, right? Women are always successful as leaders. If you see world history, women are always very successful as leaders. The country that are ruled by women never goes in war. Countries ruled by men always go in war. See, Russia, Putin fighting with Ukraine. Right? So here, people think women can't lead. And the truth is, women can lead better than men. Women can lead better than men. See the bias. What is bias? Bias is a wrong opinion, a wrong attitude. Yes, go on.
Sir, I can just give you the main idea.
Okay.
Okay. So basically, in this paragraph, women leadership in the business world is getting hampered due to the gender stereotypes, as we are studying earlier also, but also due to how we are seeing women as someone who is in a nurturing role, who gives a nurturing role, or that makes them less likely to receive funding or to be successful in the business world. So we see them as nurturers.
Normally we look at women as a nurturer, right? One who nurses others. So this idea that women are soft and they're so kind, they provide others, they feed others, right? They nurture others. This also makes people think that women can't do business. Okay.
So para 4.
Para 4, go on. Let me tell them. You are listening so carefully. भोलि म तपाईँलाई के गर्छु सुरुमै तपाईँलाई यहाँ बोलाउँछु कपी लिएर आउनुहोस् भन्छु र उलो आज सुनेको छ नि हामी दुईजनालाई मेन पोइन्ट कहाँ लेखेको छ देखाऊ भन्छु र देखाएर भने यहीँ मैले गाली गर्छु क्यामेरा अगाडि हामी त बताइरहेछौँ नि तपाईँलाई टिप्न भनिरहेछौँ नि भोलि म कपी माग्छु यहाँ अगाडि आएर देखाऊ त कहाँ टिपेको छ मलाई ओके गो अन
So the fourth paragraph is giving argument towards the third paragraph.
Okay.
The
There is
third,
para 4.
Para 4
presents
is
an
giving
argument.
Argument towards the third para.
Toward third para. What is that argument?
The third para was saying that they are nurturers, so they are viewed as less likely to be in business. But in the fourth para, despite stereotypes hindering women's leadership, these nurturing traits and collaborative traits help them to build successful businesses and leading entrepreneurial ventures.
Let me tell you one more thing. There's a use the word despite, right? The para use the word despite, right?
First one.
So para 3 says that nurturing creates a problem, right?
Yes.
Para 3 says nurturing creates problem. But para 4 says nurturing
helps them
helps create
much better businesses and get successful, basically.
Look here. In argument, a special research argument, idea 1, right? Idea 2, right? Now, idea 1, people think that women cannot do business, they have nurturing tendency. People think. But I claim that no, this is wrong. Nurturing can help them foster business. This is called argument and counter argument. Argument and, or let's say, accepting claim, rejecting claim. In research, you tell what someone is saying, and then you either accept what they say or reject what they say. So he brings what people think. People think women cannot do business because they have nurturing tendency. Then he rejects. He says no. Women can do better business because of its nurturing tendency. हो नि त कस्टमरले राम्रो फिल गर्छ हैन एउटा आमा जस्तो भएर कुरा गर्दाखेरि राम्रै हुन्छ थकालीमा के हुन्छ थकाली त वुमेनले चलाएको कल्चर हो नि थकाली खाना थकाली भान्सामा त लोग्ने मान्छे हुँदैन नि नेपालमा जुन हस्पिटालिटी फिल्ड छ थकालीको यो सबै वुमेनले चलाएको हो लुक हाउ नाइस राइट सो द आर्गुमेन्ट द वुमेन क्यान नट रन बिजनेस इज रङ यस यु वान्ट टु से समथिङ के सोचिरहेको पछाडि You want to ask something? Oh, go on, go on. But you were raising your hand, so I thought you were asking something.
So now the fifth paragraph. So it is basically saying that how women rely heavily on their family members.
Okay.
They rely on them because mostly when you ask a lady, a girl, anyone, who's a role model, the first thing they might refer to is a female role model or their family role model itself. Like, timro role model kiyo, mero mom, mero thul didi. That is the first answer we get from any girl out there. So this is also saying the same thing. Female entrepreneurs rely heavily on family members and other women as role models because it helps them encourage themselves, get inspiration and access to crucial networks and resources. This
is that a good thing or bad thing? Is that a good thing or bad thing?
If it helps, so anything, if someone gets help from anything, even if it's bad or good, it's a good thing.
Do the writers use it as a good thing or bad thing? I mean.
So it's portrayed positively.
Okay, they say it positively. So they say it's a good idea that women depend on family, right? They have someone to help. So go on, next.
That's the main idea.
Okay.
That they depend on the family. Yeah.
Okay.
Benefits, the relying on their gender role, benefits that stem from family support of the
one option can be, as you read, you can highlight those sentences having an idea and then tell the class, look at the sentence and show them. That will be more effective. Go on, as a teacher. Go on.
Okay.
Go on.
So that's the main idea of the para 5.
Okay, now let's move to para 6.
So the theme ends. The first theme ends here, sir.
Okay, the first theme ends here. What was that theme?
Gender, role, expectations and identities.
Okay, the theme of gender, role, expectations and identity. अब तपाईले के गर्नुपर्छ घरमा तपाईले पढ्दै के गर्ने हो सर्कल बनाउने जेन्डर रोल आइडेन्टिटी लेख्ने एरो दिने एरो दिने अनि पोइन्टहरु सार्दै जाने आउटलाइन बनाउने
यो डट
हो कन्भर्टिङ द टेक्स्ट इन अ डायग्राम go on
flow
go
chart
on
बनाउने.
go on
Sir, now we'll start with the second thing.
we'll stop here we'll tired we are tired we'll stop here we'll stop here we'll continue reading
Sure, sir.
I want you to understand the paper properly and तपाईलाई अब एउटा काम दिन्छु भोलि तपाईले जुन प्रिन्ट गर्नुभएको छ नि त्यो यति मिहिन किसिमले पढ्नुस् पेन्सिल लिएर कि दायाँ बायाँ मार्जिनमा पुरै नोटहरु कमेन्ट लेख्नुस् नोट बनाउनुस् आउटलाइन बनाउनुस् अनि तपाईको पेपर पुरै फोरी डर्टी देख्नु पर्यो भोलि आउने क्लासमा एउटा हाइलाइटर किन्नुस् र हरेक प्याराग्राफमा एउटा कुरा हाइलाइट गर्नु जम्मा के हाइलाइट that sentence which you believe expresses main idea and भोलि हामी क्लासमा बताउँछौँ and verify मिल्यो मिलेन भनेर जसको सबभन्दा बढी मिल्छ they will get a KitKat तर चोर्न पाइँदैन पहिले एसोसिएलाई भेट्ने ल भन्दै भन्ने सबै बनाउने अनि त्यसै गर्न पाइँदैन है नभन्ने ल नभन्ने so are you clear about the assignment right so assignment read the rest of the paper carefully and annotate hello read and make annotations comments and in each paragraph with a highlighter highlight that sentence which you believe presents main idea of the paragraph and when you come to class tomorrow your printed paper will be rangi birangi the paper will be rangi birangi and fory why fory because you will have a lot of annotation it's not fory I'm sorry for this metaphor but I want you to make it dirty I want you to write a lot of things okay read and interact with the text and show me tomorrow Divakar sir here's my paper मैले कति पढेको छु okay thank you we stop here thank you